It is Monday, April 20th, and Tikkun Olam. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you being here and spending some time with the Tikkun Olam Committee. Um, I think we're going to dive right in. And if it's okay with you, Rabbi, can you start with our Devar, please?
I would be happy to do that. Let me just make sure, am I unmuted? Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm struck this week. There's no shortage of things to talk about in the Torah portion is Kiddushim, which is the holiness code, which is one of the most beautiful parshiot in the Torah, and really speaks about what we have to do to be holy people and what kind of world we want to build. But I'm particularly struck that this week, Earth Day falls on the same day as Yom HaAtzmaut. Yom HaAtzmaut starts in the evening the night before, but continues into the day. And so while there are some amazing environmentalists in Israel that I've met over the years and some incredible projects that even go across borders and boundaries and things like that, I'm also really very aware of how much what's been going on in recent weeks, months, and years now there have been destroying the environment. The destruction of olive trees and the occupied territory and all the things that are being destroyed in both Israel and Lebanon and Gaza. It is a human tragedy and it's an environmental tragedy as well. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about what kind of prayer can we say that honors Earth Day and Israel's independence, and at the same time is a meaningful prayer, because the original prayer for the state of Israel was written, uh, a long time ago already, and it doesn't really reflect what's going on today. So a first stab at it from a friend of mine is our nurturer, our parent in heaven and on earth, rock of Israel and its redeemer, bless the land of Israel, so that the state of Israel may become the beginning of the flowering of our redemption. Shield her with your embrace of love and spread over her your sukkah, your shelter of peace, and send your light and righteousness to her heads, ministers, advisors, and to the nation that elects them. And to her judges, may they be stalwart to bring justice and strengthen the voice of those who support democracy. Align them all with the divine spirit of justice, as it says, Zion through justice will be redeemed, and her captives through righteousness. Rescue all of your land from the spilling of blood, and all residing and sojourning all over the Middle East, all over the world, under every government, from haters without and hatred within. Grant peace and abundance and healing throughout the land, and secure calm to her defenders, lasting joy to all her inhabitants, and real hope for all her peoples. Let us say.
Amen.
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 Thank you so much.
Sure.
Maida, if it's okay with you, can you please talk to us about RAC Illinois' May 3rd Stand Up for Democracy?
I can do that, and Sharon, jump in if I miss something. Let me just say that a lot a lot of us know and understand that the upcoming midterm elections are important. Doesn't matter what our politics are, they're important. Um, and and many of us want to become involved in some one way or another. And the May 3rd Stand Up for Democracy workshop, heavy on the workshop, is designed to give people an idea and show them how. So, for instance, if you wanted to have a organize a postcard writing party. That's one of the short and emphasis on short. These will be short workshops. Um, you will also they'll talk about inclusivity, how you can help your congregation become a more inclusive place. What's going to be in the Illinois elections, I'm looking more locally than federal, phone banking, uh, and one that I'm personally involved in, which is called the First Draft of History, telling our story in real time. Um, we will help you write not a long memoir, but a brief account of what's going on in the world right now from your own point of view. And the idea is that these will be put away until you're for 25 years, and then they will be opened. I'm not going to be around 25 years, but somebody will be around 25 years to do that. But the point is, this is open to everybody from teenagers through through seniors. The teenagers are free. Uh, the the $18 for those for adults, and I think I'm looking for my notes, but I think it's only $10 for seniors. Um, you'll have lunch. You'll hear a keynote speaker. Then there'll be these 2 rounds of relatively short hands-on workshops, and you get to choose what matters to you most. And you'll leave with practical tools for preparing and being involved in this upcoming election. As well as, yes, there will be learning about organizing for encounters with ice. That will also be a part of it. So it is from 1 to 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, May 3rd. It will be at Beth Emmet Synagogue in Evanston. If you want to organize, I'm open to helping organize a carpool. We have, what, 9 people, Sharon?
Yes.
9 people from Macomb. But we'd love to get more. So if you know people who would be interested, and if you, I sent a note to Sammy, but I never got anything back about the teenagers, whether there's any interest there. So if you know of any teenagers who might be interested.
Hey,
The keynote speaker, I'm double checking on his name, is
Michael Wolf.
right. I thought it was
Michael.
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
From Evanston. When we went up to North Chicago, he was with us.
Yeah.
I know you've had lots of events with him, I'm sure, Rabbi.
Yeah.
But
So one of the most one of the pictures that went around more than anything else was of a minister with his face being pushed down on the ground by the ICE agents. That's Michael Wolf.
mhm.
And Michael is also the guy whose church in Evanston, they had a nativity scene where the baby Jesus was twist-tied, right? And then it was desecrated by members of the community. He's also written a new book, an incredible book about Islamophobia. So he's a really interesting guy and certainly worth hearing. And I like him a lot. So, and th this whole program, if any of you have been around long enough to remember when there were regions of the URJ and we used to do a regional consultation on conscience, this, this is what this is meant to be, something like that. So where we gather together for lunch, I did a great job of explaining it, having lunch together, hearing a keynote, and then you pick your own workshops that you want to go to and learn how to do something you don't know how to do or help other people learn something that you do know how to do. So anything we can do to get beyond our sort of regulars would be really great. So I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, I'm happy to talk about it from the Bema on Friday night, so I'll do that. But that's still sort of reaching out to kind of uh, the regular folks. So what else can we do to get the word out to people?
We hear a lot of people say, I want to do something. What can I do? This is designed to give you some practical tools.
I would put it on the Facebook page, put it on the big one, the Tikkun Olam one, because I think people who use the Facebook may want to come, and mention they can bring their teens. Um, yeah.
Can we also make a poster to put up on the bulletin board, even if it's not a Macomb event?
There is a flyer
Okay.
which I can send to somebody if you can make it into a poster.
Yeah, send it to
Um,
me.
Okay.
yeah. And can you send it to me just because I'm going to forward it via email to some
Okay.
friends?
I may already have, yeah, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have it, but if you don't mind
It's
sending
okay.
it
No,
back.
no, I'll send it to anybody who wants it.
Okay.
Didn't we discussed this last time about putting it in that we couldn't,
This was
there was a controversy about being able to promote this, even though we were supporting it.
I-
And you asked us to write letters.
which were well received, in
did.
case you
Oh.
didn't know that.
No, I had no idea what happened.
Oh, you
I
didn't
just wrote a
And
letter.
I am meeting, it's not exactly set up yet, but shortly I will be meeting with some members of the board. The incoming president, David Morrison, wants to talk about it.
Good.
Um,
Good.
And I also would say, just because I had an experience this week and going to the protest in Wilmette and having a conversation with what turned out to be a senior in high school putting
Mhm.
up something, and he said, "Oh, what's that? 1600 Pennsylvania, is that where is that?
Mhm.
What he wanted to know if we were going to a for or against rally."
Actually,
And
it turned out to
then
be
he
both.
said, and then he said he's going to vote next time. He's old enough to vote, and he just thinks we should get Brendan Johnson out because, that's not good. And it made me really think about how when we're talking about it now, we should be getting some young people there if we can, that age group. Maybe they're really clueless. I mean, that was shocking to me. He goes to New Trier, I'm sure.
Great.
I don't know any, but oh yeah, he's going to vote and this rally, there happened to have been a truck running around over and over with flags and love Doge and love Trump and love JD Vance and hats and the whole thing. I don't know where they were. They had an Illinois car. That's all truck. That's all I can say.
Was it a
It was
black
quite
truck?
shocking.
Was it a black pickup
White,
truck?
No, it was a white
white.
Dodge Ram.
I'm sure they enjoyed that attention.
They were, the good news is they were ignored.
So,
Went around 9 times.
I will be meeting with some board members about some communication concerns we have. We haven't set the meeting up, but I will be doing it. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And if we can put posters up, we will. I'll talk to some people about that as well. So thank you, Maida and Sharon and Rabbi, for letting us know about this. And hopefully we can get some more people to register. I know I will be, so that's good. Sharon, can you talk to us about our upcoming for 2026, 2027 Tikkun Olam Shabbats? You are muted.
We have the dates. It's the same months that we had this year, October 23rd, January 15th, March 19th, and April 16th. So our we'll probably meet late May, early June, the program committee. If anybody I don't know. I didn't run this by. We need another person or two on the program committee. So if anybody's interested, let Lynn or Amy know.
And if you know of anyone who you think would be good for that, let us know. Um, we can try to recruit them. I have found that when we reach out to people individually and say, hey, I think you would be really good at this, it's better than a general announcement about we need something. I've been surprised lately about the number of people where when we approach them about volunteering, they say, "Oh, you thought of me?" And we say, "Yes, we think you would be great at this." And they say, "Oh, um, not 100% of the time, but I'm surprised at the number of people who are really flattered sometimes to be asked." So, um, uh, if you know of anyone that you think would be good, let me know, and maybe I'll go um, give them compliments and tell them how wonderful they are, and maybe we can bring them on board. Um,
So,
so yeah, we will meet soon to figure out what we're doing.
and if we have no collections scheduled after we're done with the cereal, which will be May 20th or Shavuot. My only comment is CPS starts now when other schools do before Labor Day, and our school supply collection last year was late. So if we're gonna do that again, we need to start, end of July, um, collecting our school supplies. Last year we did it to we gave them to Reverend Parks and to what's the name of
Refugee
the
one?
no
Herzl.
Herzl School in
Oh, yeah,
Chicago.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refugee one, I
No, I just threw
what
that out.
yeah,
I
no,
just,
I know,
because
but
we
I'm
used
I'm
to.
gonna
We
say
used to.
we used to do that. When I look on their website now, a lot of what they want for their collection is either money or order direct from Amazon sent to them. It's not like we used to do. I don't know that they wouldn't accept it, but they're not posting our old kind of collections anymore. So anyway, but we last year we did Herzl School, and Reverend Parks was very appreciative. So
It was. And I think we should start in July. I know the schools, I'm
yeah,
sorry, the stores start getting school supplies in
Mm.
July, and often they run specials. So um, I think July would be a good time to do that because it seems like the schools are starting earlier every
I
year.
Right. Refugee One may have the same problem as food pantries. People don't want to be on a list. People don't want to come in and pick stuff up. They're afraid. They're afraid.
Yeah, yeah. So we will start in July this year for the school supplies, and I think that will be very good. Um, and then uh,
Welcome, Holly.
hi Holly. Um, Andy, were you going to say something?
Well, I was just at one
Oh.
point I reached out to the Marjorie Kovler Center, which is under the auspices of the Heartland Alliance. And I don't know, I had some conversations, but it never got as far as, and they seemed like they wanted to be thought of. And they are a place where victims of torture get counseling, and they have a food drive once a year. I don't know. I shouldn't say once a year, maybe all the time. And they get more things like the beans and lentils and rice. So I was just wondering I would be happy to try them again to see if they would like to, if they have needs or what they are and if we can help.
Um,
If anybody's, just.
I would love to have you reach out to them and get us, me and Sharon and Amy, some more information about them because we are going to be setting up our collections this summer for the next year. And if we want to include them, we should probably by, May or June, get information about them. Otherwise, it could be a while before we get to that organization. So I would love to learn more about them. And if you could get me information or even just their website.
Well, I think what I told you is like more about them. They counsel people who had been, experienced torture. And most of these families, I believe, are Muslim. I mean, not meaning from, a Middle East country, but from all over the world. People are, and because they always want the food that sounds more, like rice and beans and lentils and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure, if I'm not sure I can find out but they may not, I think they will be welcoming help.
Okay, great. I would love to slot them in if possible. Sharon?
So are we continuing with our neighbor to neighbor collection because we can really push that, when we don't have other collections to do. So
My
Is-
thought, if people are in agreement, is since once we're done with the cereal collection in mid-May, we have a lighter summertime programming and collections. Maybe that would be a good time to emphasize our neighbor to neighbor collection since we have a little lighter activity over the summer and instead of uh, diluting our efforts elsewhere, maybe we can focus them on neighbor to neighbor. I think when we, highlight that and send out more information about it, people respond. So maybe that could be between cereal and when we have to do school supplies, maybe we push for the neighbor to neighbor collection. And we do need to be careful. The last couple months have been a little stacked up with collections in the lobby, and it's gotten a little difficult to manage all of that. But
Well, special thanks to the Green Group. They have emptied, the shoes are coming in like
I took 'em.
gangbusters. They have emptied it out. But as I made the rule in the Ehrlich household, only one sport a season,
yeah,
only one collection a month.
yes,
It gets it just gets dicey there. So,
I would agree.
but thank you to you all because you've really stepped up.
We
I have
we
about
appreciate
70 pair in my cart right now.
You
I
have
mean,
what?
ballpark, about 70 pair of shoes
Okay.
Good.
today.
Thank you.
I don't know what, and Jenny and I are doing this, each week. So I don't know what she got last week, but
I think she took a picture. It looked like a
Yeah,
lot.
it's on, well, you're
oh,
not on Facebook. I can send you the pictures,
she
Andy.
she said
yeah,
it was about she had 60 pairs.
Yeah.
okay.
She's
Great.
trying to keep track.
And I took them the week before, but there weren't as many, and I
Yeah.
didn't know I was supposed to count them. So I have to just,
I've told my family I'm bringing shoes Friday. Get me your shoes. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm like, bring out your shoes. So
it's really good if you don't, it would have been much more helpful. Some of them are bagged and over bagged. Then we don't know how many are in them. If they just have a rubber band or shoelaces tied together, it's really easier.
okay, great. Um,
Or paper,
so that's our tentative approach to the summer. We'll meet and finalize all of that. Um, so that's all we have on our agenda. I do want to mention, it looks like there's a green group in May. Andy, do you have the date for that?
Probably, but let me see. We've set a date and I did take care of it, but I don't always remember what, wait a minute.
Well,
And also,
it was going to be with the microgreens, but now the
oh, right,
microgreens
right.
has
Guess what?
changed.
Right.
We
So
have Rabbi Alan Morrissey coming in. He's the founder of the Musar Institute, and I don't know if we found another date for that.
Okay. Okay.
So what is that, the 19th?
No, the 12th.
The 12th. Okay.
So the 5th is Ben Zeller and Islam. The 12th is Musar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a lot of
Um,
guitar.
and Holly joined us. She has a really great opportunity for us. Holly, take it away.
Okay, so literally, 10 minutes ago, I got a text from Danny Glassman, who is the executive director at Temple Jeremiah. They have been doing a monthly Feed the Hungry program with several other congregations, and they were invited originally from more like city synagogues, and they moved the lunch drop off to Waukegan. So those congregations are dropping out. It's too far for them to go. So he asked me if we would want to be one of the 5 congregations to be in this cohort with Jeremiah, BJBE, and Shalom. So what it really is it's so I'm reading my text to you. Once a month, each congregation will deliver and distribute the lunches at Jesus Name Church in Waukegan. So it's we don't do it every month. We just do it with them in conjunction in a rotation. He said it's for children and families and adults, whoever wants to participate, but it's a really good way. We've had some families asking for more social action projects that they can get their kids in. So it's really for everybody. He said that they have packing parties on the month that they're doing the Feed the Hungry, like an hour before Shabbat. So families can come early, anyone can come early, pack it, and then deliver. So I just wanted to run it by you to see if that's something that we would want to participate in. And while you were meeting, this was a great time to just jump in and do it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm very interested. Do individual congregants bring in the food, or does the congregation purchase the food and then the people pack?
Oh, great question. That I don't know. That I
Okay.
can find out.
Well,
So
Okay.
we used to do it at Lakeside. I would assign a grade. They brought in all the food and then, we pack it. It's a great way to teach kids how to pack. You can't put the potato chips on the bottom and juice and we made sandwiches and we made, meat and cheese sandwiches because this isn't going to a Jewish
Yeah.
group. And
Okay.
people really, uh, I think people really, I don't want to say enjoyed, but felt good about doing it.
Well, it's a good
Yeah.
learning experience. Sharon?
Um, 2 questions. What's the name of the church again in Waukegan? And so we actually go up to Waukegan, and what day of the week was that we deliver the lunches? Or do we just pack?
Okay, so this is I'm assuming it's a weekend if he does the thing on a Friday, but it's Jesus Name Church in Waukegan.
Okay.
We used to take it right after Sunday school. And I'm trying to think. I must have had parents do it.
Yeah, no, they did that at Shalom years ago. Oh, a friend of ours started it.
Yeah.
And they packed them on Sunday. It wasn't every week. And then they took them. They made, it was an assembly line, and it wasn't just kids, it was families.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
was very,
Very
very successful.
successful, a lot of participation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
how
interested? Sharon.
where do you keep the lunches then from Friday to Sunday or whatever? Do we have room in our
We have a
Sunday, you
refrigerator,
would
yeah.
just deliver them.
congregate? We have room in our
Yeah, or we would do it on
refrigerator.
Sunday. We
Yeah.
don't have to
Sunday,
pack
you
on
take them
Friday.
right to the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we do it on Sunday, we could involve live learning during the school year, which sounds wonderful because we've
I
been
mean, they can
trying to
even
do
get
that.
like a class, right? Like the months, like 3rd and 4th grade pack one month, and
Yep. Yep.
1st and 2nd pack another month.
And I know at Lakeside it worked well when Vanessa would assign, let's say, 2nd graders, you bring juice, 3rd graders, you bring apples.
Right. Okay. So he said, yes, we encourage households to buy and make 20 lunches each. This takes place on Sundays. We would be assigned 1 Sunday per month to run the program. So I guess it is monthly. I guess it's just you split the
Okay.
weeks.
And
So
did he how many lunches?
Um,
Parents.
yeah.
Enough. Enough, and Jen, you know,
Yeah.
oh,
We can't. Did you told him?
I sent an email.
I can say goodbye.
We're looking for coverage on the second Sunday and fifth Sunday.
Okay.
So
I
not
just
every
asked what
month
number of
has a
lunches.
fifth Sunday. Yeah.
Huh?
Not every month has a fifth
Right,
Sunday.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, is there a number of lunches? He said, please hold. So yeah, I mean, this literally just happened. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
and I
Andy
knew
and
you had a meeting, so I texted Vanessa. Yeah, but I think that we could probably coordinate a way for families to volunteer to bring the materials.
Yes.
You know,
Either by
even if we
class
were
or by
doing like
just
third and
signing
fourth
up.
grade, like third and fourth grade can be responsible for, everybody can bring something
Mhm.
that week.
Yeah.
I'm sure I still have the emails and how I divvied it up. And
He said 300, give or take.
whoa,
So,
Oh,
yes,
wow. Okay.
that's a
yeah.
lot.
that's a lot.
Um,
Wow.
And it'll take a long time to assemble that.
right.
I think at Lakeside we were doing like 30 or 40 and it's
No,
still
I think we did about 100,
100. Okay. Okay.
which is still less than 300.
Which
Well,
took
we have a
quite
lot of kids. I mean,
while.
it's a big school, and I think families would come, and it
Yeah.
doesn't just have to be kids.
Right.
Right.
So I think it's doable.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Andy and I have to sign off, sorry.
Okay.
Thank
Take it
you.
easy.
Thanks,
Rich,
Rich and
Rich,
Andy.
Yes,
thank you for doing all of the postcards. And there's
okay.
still postcards there, people. Come on in and get
No,
some.
it's too late. It's
Too
too
late.
late.
They're done.
Oh, it's
It's
too late?
done.
Should
Yeah.
I take those postcards away,
Yes.
Rich?
Yes.
You know, we should have all those brown envelopes could have been returned and reused for the next time. So
Okay,
we'll
I'm
make a
not,
note.
I won't,
Don't-
I can work on that tomorrow.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
not that many.
All right, take it
Mm.
easy.
There's not that
Thank
many.
you.
Okay,
Bye.
Okay.
good night. Thank you.
One more question to ask when we're looking into all this is what happens when we don't have religious school or something on the second Sunday, or if it's
Or
a
if it's a
Jewish
holiday.
holiday, or well, these are all Jewish groups. So anyway,
Right.
how it gets covered when it's spring break or whatever.
Well, it's over the summer as well, so and we don't have school, so we would really have to put it out there
Right.
that we needed volunteers
Yeah.
to come help and to do this. So I think if we knew in advance, we would just have to coordinate it and get people to sign up.
Yeah.
I think this would be a great thing for B'nai Mitzvah kids. And maybe if Tikkun Olam went into 6th grade, that's a gimme.
Okay.
I have their point person from Jeremiah. I have the information. If somebody wants her information, we can, ask more detailed questions. But I do think it's doable. I think people have been asking for something like this for a long time.
I think they have.
Yeah.
Holly, would you forward that contact person's name and info to me and Sharon?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
we can get more information from them. And then do you know when they would want us to start?
I don't.
Okay. We can find out.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that sounds exciting. And 300 also sounds like a lot, but we also have a big congregation. So
Yeah.
let's give it a try.
All right. Sounds good. I'll
Thanks
send you
for
that
bringing that
information.
to us, Holly. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
In the summer, could we ask maybe groups like, I don't know, the Mahjong group or something that if they wanted to participate?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
I think absolutely you could.
I think that's a great way to bring more people in, is
Yeah.
to focus on the various groups that we have. And if they're already going to be there, we'll ask them to bring granola bars too, or whatever.
Mhm.
So, and people could also bring food and drop it off. And if they can't stay to pack, they could still at least drop off a
Correct.
loaf of bread or their cheese or whatever their portion is.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that sounds good. And then the only other thing, we still don't know what our green group meeting is, but if anybody finds out when that is, I'm interested, and we'll slot that in. And then we just need to pick our next meeting date. And we've had a quick meeting tonight.
Can I just mention
Of course.
April 30th and May 1st? I mean, there are big events out and about. So I'm not sure about the one on April 30th, but that's a specifically Jewish one about getting ice out.
Uh-huh.
And it's happening across the country, but I'm not sure whether it's happening here in Chicago.
Okay.
They asked if we wanted to get involved with planning it, but honestly, I have another not-for-profit event that evening, so I can't actually do it. So,
Mhm.
but May 1st is May Day, and there's going to be protests downtown
Yes.
an interfaith service and a few other things. So, and I'll be involved with that for sure. I don't know for sure whether I'm speaking or not yet, but
Okay. And you can give us more if you get more information about that, we can put it on the
yeah, if
Facebook
you
page.
while
And
you're working on dates, I'll find some more information about May
okay,
1st.
great. We can work to publicize that. Um, I will be out of town May 18th for my daughter's graduation in New York. Um, but May 11th works for me, and May 25th is Memorial Day. I think a lot of people travel that day.
What are we looking for?
Meeting for our
Ah,
next month's meeting for Tikkun
okay.
Olam. Um, so yeah, I will be out of town on the 18th.
I mean, things do slow down, and if you want to do um either June 1st or
Okay.
June 15th, that's doable.
Yeah, that would be good actually. And I think our programming committee are going to meet in May anyway. And so some of us are going to talk, and then we'll have more to talk about in June if we move it to say mid-June.
How about June 15th?
That's good.
Great.
When do you go to camp?
Not for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe even yeah, I'll be here.
Okay.
So,
We have to make sure we work
right.
around.
I'll still be here. It'll be after Ethan's wedding, so
That's so exciting.
it's very exciting.
So exciting. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add for tonight before we adjourn?
So if you're interested in times and things on May Day,
Okay.
so 10 a.m.
Uh-huh.
on May 1st at 1 South Dearborn.
Uh-huh.
There's a rally. It's called No to Ice Profiteers. And
Okay.
it's standing out in front of a Chicago-based real estate company that's leasing out an old prison in Colorado to ICE
Okay.
to open a new detention center. So,
Okay.
so we'll be there to say no profiting off caging our neighbors.
Yes.
And then at noon at Union Park will be the May Day interfaith service and rally.
Okay.
Thank you, Maida, for sending me that flyer, and I'll post it tomorrow.
So yes, thank you, Rabbi. If
Sure.
you have more similar items, we will publicize them and hopefully can attend.
Yep. Great.
I want to thank everyone for coming tonight and for your contributions and for all the hard work you do. It's very much appreciated. And have a great night, everybody. Thank
Thank you
you.
all. Good night.
Bye.